online, on the go. Fox Toledo News at 10 starts right now.
After massive budget cuts and a long superintendent search, Toledo Public Schools has even more to worry about. Its sports program could face challenges. Fox Toledo's Christy Lee is live to explain why.
Clay High School has decided to leave the Toledo City League at the end of the next school year and form a new league. It was made official during tonight's Oregon City School Board meeting, but Clay's athletic director says it's been in the works for the last couple of months.
It's important for the parents that our kids have opportunities to be recognized for their accomplishments both in the classroom and on the athletic field. So, taking those items into account, our administration and our board felt that we needed to make sure that we did what was best for our students.
Donnelly says staying with the City League would mean not being able to schedule an adequate number of meets for cross-country, wrestling, and other sports TPS has had to drop as a result of budget cuts. Other schools in the league don't want TPS's budget problems to begin affecting their sports teams either. He says Clay High School just took the first initiative because its board meeting was scheduled first. Donnelly says Whitmer plans to make the change in August. He says right now the new league would consist of Clay, St. John's, Central Catholic, St. Francis, St. Ursula, Notre Dame, Whitmer, Findlay, Fremont, and Lima Senior. A name of the new league has not been decided. So what happens if the TPS financial situation changes?
We are looking at contingency plans. It's not like we're going to shut out the Toledo Public Schools. If an opportunity arises where they're on financial stable ground, that we'll look at that in the future.
Donnelly says the next step is more meetings, finalizing plans for the next school year. But stay with us. Howard Chen has a more in-depth look at these big changes coming up later in Hardcore Sports. Reporting live, Christy Lee, Fox Toledo News.
The Oregon School Board also discussed finances tonight, or its lack thereof. The board voted to put a $5.9 million emergency operating levy on the November ballot. The district says it has made a number of steps to cut costs, including the elimination of 32 teachers this past year, but says it's not enough.
We realize at the end of the day that we cannot cut our way out of a budget crisis like this. We're going to need additional revenue at some point in time. Passage of this levy in November would enable us to be fiscally sound for the next 3 to 5 years.
That levy could cost the owner of a $100,000 home an additional $120 a year. If the levy fails, the district says it would have to cut another $2 million from its budget before the 2011 school year.